Hi, everyone. It's Sophia Melonē, the Debt Demolisher, and welcome to the Sophia Melonē Show, where we make debt freedom the new norm and wealth building the natural nature of habit. I'm so excited because this week we're going to be talking about credit. Yes, credit. I have a client who officially just hit the 800 credit score club, and he's going to tell you all about what he did and what he applied based on my teachings for him to be able to accomplish and achieve this score. So tune in to this live testimonial video that I have with Mr. Marcus DeShields. Enjoy and learn how to take your credit score to new heights. Come on with us and join the 800 credit score club. Ooh.
I'm used to listening to these things instead of being a part of one.
Well, now it's your time. It's your time. It's your time. All right. So, Marcus, I just want to thank you for taking this opportunity to complete the testimonial. Your journey has been amazing, amazing, amazing to see. And I just want to learn a little bit about your experience so far with the things that I've shared, the knowledge that I've shared with you, working with me. How's that been going for you, the results that you've been seeing for yourself? And we'll just kind of run through some of the questions. But first, if you want to briefly introduce yourself and give us a little bit of a background on you, that would be awesome.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Marcus DeShields. I am 37 years old. I live in Norfolk, Virginia. I went to school with Sophia about 15 years ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
long time.
Oh, Jesus. But been dealing with my debt situation pretty much about, let's say, off and on 10 years. I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, wow, because I came out of debt, I've been in debt, I've had money, I've seen money go. So it's amazing that I met you like a couple years ago and been following you. So I've seen your journey. I'm like, okay, wow. What the things that have kind of made me want to follow you is that, first of all, you are a believer. So it's not just that you eliminating debt, but the principles behind eliminating debt. Tithing, offering, all those things come in, because some people want to eliminate all of that to pay off debt, but they don't work. So I'm grateful for those things. So that's kind of like started me. I was like, okay, all right, I see what she's doing. And your journey, somebody that's paid off over $100,000 worth of debt. I've been telling people about you. I like, like, it's amazing to see somebody around my age that has done a lot. So I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for knowing you.
Oh, thank you, Marcus. That's so awesome. And I'm thankful for you just taking that opportunity to take the insight and take the wisdom and apply it, because you've just been killing it, seeing all your progress. It's just amazing to watch. So we're going to jump into some of the questions and we'll just kind of roll through it. One of them you pretty much already answered, but the first thing I want to ask you is, what service did you receive from me as a result of the progress that you've seen? So what service did you receive?
The main service, man, like the debt, well, let's say debt reduction and goal setting. Because a lot of times I set goals, but I think with you, the goal setting process was more in depth. So once I said it, you was like, all right, Marcus, how are we gonna get to this? I was like, oh no, what? You was like, oh, 3 months, like, what you gonna do? I was like, okay, all right. So it was the push, the goal setting, exactly how to set the credit standard. So paying off certain things, how to pay it off, and when to pay it off, how much to pay it off. Because I had some knowledge, but I was like, all right, so what do I do first? What do I do? So you help me with that. And also the main important thing, I'm still working on this one, is establishing an emergency fund, because a lot of times I paid off debt and I was good with that. But what has led me back to debt was something pops up. I use a credit card or a splurge or something that I don't necessarily have the money on right now, but if I had saved, I would have the money.
Yeah. So, yeah. But don't worry, that's your next step, right? That's your next step. And as long as you're starting it, that, and you have that awareness, that is key. And of course, with me sharing my story, that was one of the things that I did not do, was build a cash reserve. So while I was paying off the debt, things started happening, and then my debt started going back up, and I was like, wait, I need to get some money in the bank. So you're working on your steps, which is good, but now you have that awareness, like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm going to set this as a target to build my reserve. And you're already working on it because you have a goal to meet. You have a goal.
Yes.
So the next question I have is, what were your greatest takeaways from the session that we had, and in particularly with the credit improvement piece, and how that impacted the strategies or what you've implemented so far?
So the greatest takeaways was the time frame, because I remember I was looking back at my notes and my emails that I sent to you. I was like, okay, so I think I talked to you around January 4th. So I was like, all right, this year I want to pay off debts. I actually set like only 3 credit cards. I did actually more debt than that, but I was like, pay off cards, prepare to get a house and different things. So when you hit me back, you was like, okay, what we going into this? I was like, okay. You was like, by March. I was like, March. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. But what it did, it allowed me to get my mindset ready and set up for March. So I was like, all right, I'm at least target March. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, and then it happened. Like, I was able to find a way to do it. And we'll get into that a little bit more, but I was like, wow. So.
Awesome. So let's go into the next part of it. So how did you actually implement the strategies that I shared with you, and how it impacted the results of your financial desires so far?
So the first thing I remember, your first thing you asked me, you was like, list the credit cards. So, and it's easy when you list stuff, because I actually seen, I was like, wow, okay. The amounts wasn't that big, but what amazed me really was looking at the interest rates on each of them. And I was in between, I think, like, I'm gonna say 25 to 28% on most of them cards. So I'm paying the minimum, and I'm like, I'm probably only paying like $20 really to the card once the cycle ends. So I'm like, wow. So that was an eye-opening experience. It's kind of like, you know it, but when you write it down, you see it. I'm like, wow. So the first implementation, what I did, because I had another plan. So I was like, my plan was to I was going to borrow from my 401k to help put down on my house. But what I did instead, I borrowed from my 401k, because one thing, when I pay it back, I'm paying back myself. So I'm not losing the money. So it's coming back to me. So that was what I did. I borrowed from my 401k and ended up paying all my credit cards off. I had one item that was in default, but it wasn't on my credit. Amazingly, it came off. Thank God. It came off right before, I think, around December. And I was like, oh. So first I thought, I was like, all right, do I still need to pay this? But I called them and they said, oh, yeah, you still got this balance. So I ended up paying off that. And I ended up paying off an old credit card that technically it was closed, but I still was making payments on it. So I ended up paying off that also. So as far as that, all the credit cards are paid off. All the debt collection things are paid off. And I'm like, wow. So now I'm implementing, just like you said, the goals is to save up money now and prepare for emergencies and to prepare for my house.
All right. So do you want to share the big news with the transition in your credit score as a result of making those moves? So what happened for you?
So I went back to, like I said, I went back to the dates. So January, let's see, I wrote it down. January 31st. My credit score was around 636 for one, 644 for another. So that was according to creditkarma.com. So, yeah, no, actually, that was January 4th. January 31st, after talking to you, implementing some of the strategies and everything, my credit score went up to 691. And I was like, wow, okay. So I was like, I know certain things didn't hit the credit score. So I'm like, yes, all right, I know it'll be over 700. My goal was always 700. I was like, 700. So I think by February 5th, my credit score went up to around about 700, 701. So I remember one thing you told me, you was like, check the actual credit report, not actually Credit Karma. So I went on and downloaded the Experian app. With Experian, yeah, I would look at Experian because it's always different. Experian, I feel like, is a harder credit thing to get to. I don't know, it does me wrong. But as of drum roll, oh man, February 15th, about 5 p.m. in the afternoon, because it hit my thing, I was like, wow. My credit score had hit 800. I ran around my office. I texted my bishop. I sent you a screenshot. I think I texted one of my friends, which I have referred you to her. I think you have been working with her too. But I was like, oh my God. Exceedingly above what I could ask, think, or imagine. I am so thankful. Woo!
Congratulations!
So much for them. Thank you. Oh my God.
You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. But that's what happens when you do the work. And this is one thing that I always share with folks, because sometimes you can give them a strategy, you can tell them what to do, but if you don't physically go out and do it, you're not going to see results. And one thing I can say about you, Marcus, is that you went straight into action. Like when I was like, okay, do this, send me this, and then you sent it to me. You was like, okay, this is what I need. And that's what you have to do. You have to be willing to do the work that's necessary, because everybody can't always do things for you, right? And if you want to experience results in whatever your desire is, you have to be willing to do the work. And you did the work, and your score jumped, 180 something points within 40 days.
My
That's
God.
insane.
Wow. Woo. My.
So now you have one thing under your belt, right? Yeah. And now the next focus is to build the cash reserve so you can reach your ultimate goal of getting your house. So I'm excited for you. You are well on your way. And I just want to commend you for doing the work and doing what you need to do. So
I appreciate it. I'm thankful for y'all, man. Oh man.
It's so exciting. So the next couple of questions that I have is just a segment of ratings and, just your preference. Like, how would you rate your overall satisfaction with the services that I provided you through?
I am very, very, very satisfied. Tens. I tell you, like, if you're really willing, if people just listen to your testimony, like, ultimately, that was the thing that drew me in, like, so much. I was like, oh, wow. Like, when you just sit down and listen to you, on your YouTube station and all that stuff, check her out, y'all. YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. You do Instagram?
Instagram too, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Melonē, man. Like, I've been telling people just to check you out, like, because it's so many principles, and also some of the principles just apply to everyday life. I'm not even talking about financial.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because especially the goal setting piece, that can apply to any area of your life, So yeah. So awesome. Thank you. So the next question is, how likely would you be to continue working with me for your future goals or for your company or referring us to other people?
I would definitely work with you. Like I said, she got a bright future, y'all. I've been telling her I see great things into her. Like, if y'all just follow her, you'll see some of the things that she's doing, and I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you so much. I'm telling you, God has been blowing my mind with everything that has been happening. Like, every time I turn around, I'm like, Lord, like, what are you doing? Like, what is going on? But, you know, as long as the people are being served and lives are being changed, and the mission is to really help people transform their financial lives and be great stewards over their resources, honoring the Lord with their first fruits, and just living their best life, like living their best life, but not in a showy way, but in a way to honor the Lord and be able to give back. Like,
yes.
so, it's just amazing, just amazing. So one thing that I always like to ask, because I feel like there's always room for improvement with anyone, like no one is perfect. So I would like to know if there are any improvement suggestions that you can make for things that I could do to better serve you or future clients, or what would you recommend that could be an improvement of the product or services that I offer?
For me, I didn't. I thought about this question. I hope that you just continue to keep on gaining knowledge, listen to the clients and everything. Overall, that's the most thing I can just. And I'm not saying because that's what you've done for me. So I just hope that you continue to grow in those aspects and keep learning. So overall, I don't know. Because everybody's a little bit different. That's the other thing. So you can deal with different personalities and different wealths and different areas of life. So let's continue to listen and gain knowledge.
Okay, I'm on it. Will do. I'm always a student first. So I definitely believe in continuing to gain knowledge. So thank you for your feedback and suggestions on that. The last but not least, or second to last, how did this particular transformation that you experienced, how has it impacted your life, like right now? How did it benefit you?
The main thing by doing all this stuff is definitely has set me on a path of a goal. Like I mentioned to you, like my main goal is when I get married and stuff and have a family, I want to live a good life. And you said it earlier, but not in a showy way. Like I know that we are blessed and that we are good stewards over, and we're not like fighting to try to survive. And actually, because finances, what happened with finances is that it's usually one of those things that when things are really going wrong, finances are the thing that breaks the camel's back. It's like that's the thing that puts it over top. But you ain't making enough money and stuff like this. So we can't survive. So I'm really trying to, before I get into those situations, and prepare myself to become a good steward and to be a man over my finances and to eliminate some of this stuff, not taking it into my marriage. So you definitely helped me with that. And the other thing is the knowledge piece. I didn't talk about this earlier. So you push a lot of knowledge. I'm a man that loves to get wisdom, but I've been reading more. I've been looking at trying to get more books based on these subjects. And I was crazy because I'm like, all right, what book can I read next? And following different people. And even that's like the things that you implemented and told me to do, they have been in line with my leaders have told me. Bishop Jermon James, Prophetess Keisha James, what they teach in church, and being good stewards and living a better life through financial means. So I'm just excited about all of this stuff. I'm thankful.
Yay! It's so exciting. It is so exciting. And you said so many good things, because we have to be able to be leaders in our own households and in our own finances in order to be leaders of our overall house, right, in the future that we want. So like one of the things that I always like to share with folks as well is that I wasn't taught any better growing up, which is why I ended up in the position that I was in, with having all of that debt and not having any reserve and just having a dysfunctional relationship with my money. So I have a desire to be able to help people see, like, you need to get your finances and your house straight first. And because that will position you better for the family that you want to create, right? And the family that you want to bring, because you want to make sure that y'all are on the same page. And when you have children, you're able to teach them early give them the hands-on principles, a hands-on guidance, and they'll be able to duplicate what you're doing in a positive realm as opposed to duplicating the bad habits and stuff like that, which was what I picked up growing up myself. So yeah, you're preparing. You're preparing.
Yeah, I can agree. I was not taught either. So yes, I definitely know. And that's another thing that draw me in, similar backgrounds. So
Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So last question. What was the value of your interaction in our sessions or our communications, as well as the value of this testimonial today?
oh man, that not only it shows that not only one person can do it. Like, it's not just for you. It's not just for me. So many people can do this. Like you said, if you just want to desire it, but not just desire it, because you got to do the work. Faith without works is dead. So you got to get out there. You got to list the debt situations. You got to list the accounts. You got to go out there and start working on some things. And you're not gonna do this all at once. So that's another thing I learned from you. Like, I'm like, how the world want to, $100,000? I'm like, woo. But you also show that it can't be just done. It's not an overnight success. And this credit thing is not no overnight thing. Like, you gotta be diligent with it, and you gotta be able to. It's long because it doesn't just start out of the blue. So you can't just improve it overnight either. So that's the value I take from it. I'm so excited, like, just talking to people and allowing people to see that it can be done. It does take work, and you got to be around people also that are like-minded. Like, that's one of the other things I'm so thankful for you. Just you are a positive person, and you're a person that when I seen it, I was like, all right, that's something that I want to do. I can't be out here just saying I want to do it. You got to get around some people that are actually doing it or have done it.
That's right. That is right. That is right. That is the first thing that I did. Once I made the decision to say, okay, I want something different for my life. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I want to be free. I'm going to get out of debt. That was the first thing. I made the decision. The next thing was I had to find community, right? Because we're not used to that, right? We weren't experienced. We weren't exposed to the proper way to manage our finances. So I had to go and find the places that could give me the support, the wisdom, the insight to be able to learn what is it that I need to be doing with my money. So you are right on target when you said finding the like-minded people, because it is absolutely necessary in this journey, because it's a process. It's not overnight. You have to take it day by day, one action at a time, one debt at a time, one change at a time, so that you can live the life that you truly want to live and be a blessing to not only yourself, your family, but to others. So that was awesome, Marcus. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So if you don't have any other questions or any final words, I just want to thank you for allowing me to serve you. Like, it means a lot, because finances are personal. People definitely don't like to share any information about their credit scores or any of that stuff. So knowing that you entrusted me with your information and knowing that you entrusted me with your situation, it means a lot. Like, I do not take it lightly when people share their personal finances with me. And I just want to thank you for allowing me to serve you and allowing me to give you advice and allowing me to coach you. So I thank you. I thank you.
I thank God for you, Sophia. I thank God for you. I'm wishing a lot of great things for you. Blessings upon your life. And yeah, let's continue to keep doing what you're doing. And I'm thankful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So we will wrap up, and it's perfect timing because we were right at the 30-minute mark. I promised that I wouldn't keep you long, but thank you again. And thank you for everyone who was able to chime in and listen to the testimony. I hope you found value in this as well. But thank you. All right, Marcus.
Thank you.
Thank you.